Hello class, my name is Edwin Carrasco, and I am a senior at UTEP working towards a criminal justice major and a minor in sociology. The question, does money equal happiness, has always been up for debate, and each study that tests this question varies in results. My hypothesis describes the association between money and happiness as a negative relationship, stating that an increase in money causes a decrease in happiness. A couple of researchers have conducted surveys and experiments tackling this question, and I highlighted three of them here. Casey Mogelner measured the relationship between money and happiness by focusing on the factor of time. Working a lot to gain wealth had a large impact on the participants' social life and felt like they had little time to do the things that they wanted. Quidbach, Dunn, Petrides, and Mickeljack found similar results in their experiment. They found that the participants of their study were not able to savor fun or entertaining moments because the cost of the enjoyment was always present. Money was always on their minds and would cause them to worry. Hetty, Muffles, and Wood, on the other hand, found that money did impact happiness. Economic data spanning across 5 countries was able to show them that those with low income were not very happy. These findings were based on how they ranked their level of happiness through a survey. Taking a closer look into my hypothesis, it is a negative relationship that states the more money I gain, the more expenses and time commitments I acquire, which then decreases my level of happiness. Although money is able to buy you the things you like, such as commodities or access to entertaining activities, the process of getting that paycheck could involve sacrificing your free time, and in some cases, you have to learn how to prioritize the money you earn into paying off certain expenses. The survey I created was given to 5 of my peers, which consisted of 2 females and 3 males. One of my questions asked if money was the key to solving problems. All females in the study do not believe money is needed to solve problems, nor do they require it is necessary when it comes to having fun. It can be implied that they can still resort to different little to no cost alternatives when looking for fun activities. I was quite surprised to see the responses on one of my qualitative questions. I asked those taking the survey to describe how having expenses can affect their lifestyle. I expected negative responses all around, but 4 out of the 5 participants saw the bright side of having expenses every week or month and believed that it helped build financial responsibility. The other participant, on the other hand, felt that expenses got in the way of having fun or spending money on the things he wanted. When gathering more data, I had the privilege of interviewing a UTSA student and gathered his opinions towards this relationship. He told me that he enjoys working but feels obligated to do so because he has to pay apartment bills and other expenses. It can be implied that he does not see money equaling happiness because he rather work less in order to have more free time. Because this is a short course, we were not given much time or resources to conduct a proper survey, nor were we able to carry out an experiment to support our hypothesis. So a limitation that impacted my data the most was having very little participants for my survey. Although the professor randomly assigned participants to our study, I was not able to gather a good range of demographic information. A majority of my participants were around the same age and gender, so I felt like I only gathered data belonging to similar types of people instead of having a more diverse demographic. Everyone involved in the survey also expected the types of questions that were going to be asked because we were all focusing on the same topic. My experiment, if conducted, would have 2 groups, a control and experimental. Each group would be hired by UTEP and be expected to work around 30 hours a week. The control group can spend their earnings on anything they like, while the experimental group would be required to donate $200 each week to charity in order to simulate expenses. Each group will conduct a survey before and after the experiment in order to compare the results. The point of this experiment would be to see whether having to pay expenses can affect a person's happiness. If this research were to be continued, I believe the future researcher should expand his demographic to students in other universities in and out of state, considering that other students in other areas of universities can have different lifestyles. The inclusion of the university faculty would also be a great way for this research study to improve. I would like to thank you for listening to my presentation and seeing the results of my survey. Have a wonderful day.